With Jordan Love's status up in the air, the Packers face a high-stakes showdown against the NFC North-leading Detroit Lions. Will Green Bay's backup QB Malik Willis rise to the occasion once more, as he did in their recent nail-biter against Jacksonville? And how will key players like Xavier, McKinney, and Tucker Kraft continue their strong performances? Get ready for an in-depth look at the Packers' challenges, their rising stars, and what they'll need to lock down a win against one of the league's hottest teams. Jordan Love's availability remains uncertain as the Green Bay Packers prepare for a crucial matchup against the NFC North-leading Detroit Lions. This is a meeting of two of the NFC's hottest teams. Love exited the Packers' 30-27 win over Jacksonville on Sunday in the third quarter due to a groin issue. According to a source familiar with the matter, the quarterback is dealing with a groin strain. The source requested anonymity as the Packers haven't disclosed specifics about Love's injury. NFL Network was the first to report the results of Love's MRI. If he can go, he'll go, Packers coach Matt LaFleur said Monday. So we'll see where he's at by the end of the week. But if we feel like he can't protect himself, then we certainly wouldn't put him in that position. LaFleur noted that Love was first injured during the game's opening series. He continued playing until early in the third quarter, when he went down near the sideline after completing a second down pass to Josh Jacobs. I just thought it was a tough, gritty performance, LaFleur said. If Love can't play on Sunday, the Packers still have reason to be optimistic with backup Malik Willis stepping in. Willis has already started 2 games this season. He guided the Packers to wins over the Indianapolis Colts and Tennessee Titans while Love was recovering from an injury to his left medial collateral ligament. He stepped up again on Sunday when Green Bay took possession at its own 30-yard line. With 1:48 remaining in a tied game, Willis connected with Jaden Reed on a 51-yard pass, moving the Packers into field goal range. Brandon McManus then sealed the win with a 24-yard field goal as time expired, when the Packers traded a 7th-round pick to acquire Willis from the Titans just before the season. His past performance didn't necessarily indicate he could perform at this level. The 2022 third-round pick from Liberty had started 3 games as a rookie for Tennessee. He failed to reach 100 passing yards in any of them and completed 35 of 66 attempts with 3 interceptions and no touchdowns. Since joining the Packers, Willis has completed 74.4% of his passes for 380 yards. With 3 touchdowns and no interceptions, he's also added 137 rushing yards and a touchdown on 16 carries. I'm so impressed by his ability to go in there mid-game, LaFleur said. The moment's not too big for him. I don't think that's the case for everybody. It seems like his heartbeat just stays pretty consistent. There were some big-time plays he made in that game, obviously. I also think the belief that the team has in him and his ability to lead us is pretty evident when you watch us play. The Packers have rushed for at least 163 yards in 5 of their 8 games. This includes 170 yards on 39 carries this past Sunday. They also forced 2 additional turnovers. This brings their league-leading total to 19. These turnovers occurred at Jacksonville's 28 and 5-yard lines. They set up short touchdown drives. Areas for improvement: Green Bay let a 10-point lead slip away in the final 6 minutes. Jacksonville managed 2 scoring drives, interrupted only by a Packers 3-and-out. The Jaguars tied the game with an 8-play, 87-yard drive. It ended in a 14-yard touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence to Evan Engram with 1:48 remaining. This was the second consecutive game in which Green Bay lost a late lead. They ultimately won both times with last-second field goals. Players on the rise: Jacobs rushed for 127 yards and scored 2 touchdowns. Safety Xavier McKinney recorded his league-leading 6th interception. Tight end Tucker Kraft made 3 catches for 78 yards. This includes a career-long 67-yard reception and a score on a 3-yard pass. That marks 5 touchdowns in his last 5 games. Linebacker Edgerrin Cooper had 8 tackles, a forced fumble, and a sack. He also recorded 3 tackles for loss over the past 2 games. McManus has secured victories with game-winning field goals on the final play in each of his 2 appearances for the Packers. Stock down, wide receiver Dontavian Wicks had just 2 catches for 11 yards. This continues his inconsistent season, though he has scored 4 touchdowns. Wicks has been held to 11 receiving yards or fewer in half of the Packers' 8 games. Injuries: in addition to Love's groin issue, safety Evan Williams exited the game with a hamstring injury. Cornerback Harry Alexander was also seen limping in pain. This happened as Evan Engram caught the game-tying touchdown late in the fourth quarter. LaFleur did not provide updates on either player on Monday. Key numbers. 6. McKinney became the 5th player since 2000 to record an interception in 6 of his team's first 8 games in a season. The others include Carolina's Doug Evans in 2001, Minnesota's Brian Russell and Corey Chavez in 2003, and Dallas' Trevin Diggs in 2021. Next steps. The Packers, 6-2, and Lions, 6-1, will both put winning streaks on the line Sunday at Lambeau Field. The Lions have reeled off 5 straight victories. The Packers have won 4 in a row.